Hi everyone, it's me, Julie O'Connell. I'm coming on here to do this live because I was watching Aaron's stream and Officer Banks was trying to have feral Cheryl trespass from the Fort Harrison Hotel and the Flag Land Base. Please know your statutes or the laws and ordinances in your state, because feral Cheryl wrote chalk tech around the entrances of the building, which might have been considered her actually physically going on to the Flag Land Base property, but he warned her that she could be trespassed if she did it again. And I'm not so sure she trespassed because she did it on the public part of the roadway. So please be mindful when you are protesting. I don't appreciate that Officer Banks was trying to have her trespassed. But please know your ordinances and your laws in your state, because sometimes chalk might not be allowed on the sidewalk. Things can become construed. If it's your own property, that's fine, but you are dealing with Scientology, and Scientology has been known to be the most litigious religion in the world. And they've also been known as the most bullying organization in the world too, as well. Feral Cheryl has done nothing wrong, and I don't see what she did was as a crime. But they need to stop doing all this nonsense, because they tried to have Aaron trespass too for blocking the front entrance of the Fort Harrison Hotel. They need to start having better rules and regulations with dealing with Scientology, because Scientology is a human trafficking cult. And this is why the FBI needs to get on board with taking away Scientology's tax-exempt status. Going to the IRS and saying, hey, listen, this is not a religion. They need to have their tax-exempt status taken away. Because it's not. And in Aaron's live stream, there were so many children going in there. And I felt so bad for these children, because children cannot consent in Scientology. Regardless of what Mrs. J, Pete Jensen, Michelle Carpenter, and all these other people state, children cannot consent in Scientology, period. The bullying needs to end. We need to be mindful of what the message is. Scientology is a human trafficking cult, either way you look at it. I know this for a fact because they traffic children from state to state and country to country. Look at what happened with Miriam Francis. When her dad SA'd her at 3, she went to live with her dad instead of living with her mother. And Mike Rinder was at the hand of all of this, with what happened to Miriam Francis's mother being transferred to LA to do some commission work for L. Ron Hubbard for creating art. I believe feral Cheryl was not in the wrong tonight to do her chalk art. But Scientology is a cult, and it needs to end. And Scientology has abused its power and has abused the power of the Clearwater PD. The Clearwater PD is in cahoots with Scientology. They have officers that are off duty in their marked patrol cars working for the Church of Scientology. And what I feel like, feral Cheryl wasn't in the wrong. She never stepped on Scientology's property, but she can get a trespass warning. But they need to have better ordinances and better, because even the cop didn't know what the ordinance was. Officer Banks didn't even know what the ordinance was for the trespassing. I think that's all stupid. He should know what the ordinances are for trespassing. But she was not a danger to any Scientologists. So this is why it is so important in your state and in your when you're doing live streams to know the ordinance of your states, to know the laws in your state, and to abide by them. Because chalk technology it can be washed off. But they need to know that this is not okay. We don't support this kind of thing with the officers coming up and stating that everyone's going to be, trespassed. They targeted Cheryl because she put chalk tech out there. So be mindful of what you're doing. This is not okay. I feel like the Church of Scientology is definitely watching all the live streams. They are definitely having the officers check the live streams and checking all the interactions on the live streams. But I feel like that was nonsense, what happened tonight. Cheryl didn't do anything wrong. And I want you to have a great night. Thank you.